Are you not listening to me, Finnegan? It's not like Keith wasn't aware of his surroundings or his environment. He knew exactly what he was doing because your son is a sociopath. But I can't find true peace if I know that you're still in love with Quinlan and still willing to keep her in your life. Whatever happens in my relationship with Quinlan is up to me, not you, Mom. Even though Wanda wants me out of her life, I still have enough respect for her not to go any further. What are you trying to tell me? That Wanda is keeping more secrets? I realized that I should make it up to Max. Make it up to Max how? By admitting to the police that I lied. Hey Quinlan, have you made a decision about whether to accept my offer or not? What can I do for you, Vivian? I was gonna ask what I could do for you, Mr. Russo. I wanted to know how you and your family were doing after dealing with the scandal and the issue Max has been faced with. How are you holding up, Vanessa? Still sleeping on the couch since I haven't been able to regain the strength to sleep in my own room. But you're safe now. I thought I was safe for months. Just the thought that I slept in my own room and that Keith possibly watched me sleep for countless days still bothers me. Enough about me, Max. How are you? At the moment, I'm trying to build the strength to share bad news. I thought she deserved to know. Deserved to know what? Commissioner Burke is getting Alan's mom to defend Keith to keep him from spending time in prison. Why would you call me? Did I not make things clear to you? I heard you loud and clear, Wanda, but I called to see whether you blocked my number or not. Before I agree to anything, Pacho, how do you envision me sharing my story? Since it's your story, I felt like it was best to give you full creative control. Alright, if doing this will lead me to having my own program, then I don't want another reporter interviewing me. In fact, I think I'll agree to your initial terms. I'll host a dialogue with other people who have had affairs with married people. That can be arranged. When I agree to do this, how long will I have to wait to get my own news program? I must admit, this past month it has felt a bit difficult to breathe, but I am glad that things haven't gotten worse with the scandal. As for the commissioner's son, I'm relieved that he's facing charges, even if Commissioner Burke is trying to get that sicko off. But why would the police commissioner try to get his son to evade prison time? There's no way D.A. Russo would even allow it to happen. Unfortunately, the commissioner has my former daughter-in-law wrapped around his dirty little finger. I've seen Miss Drake in action before as Devontae's lawyer. Do you think she might have a chance of winning the case for Keith Burke? Commissioner Burke is trying to keep Keith from going into prison? He can't do that. Not when there's no denying what Keith did. I know, Vanessa, but I can't say that I'm surprised that Commissioner Burke would try to get Keith off, especially when that man almost tore my family apart. Even if the commissioner hired Alan's mom as a lawyer, your mom will make sure that Keith doesn't get away with everything, right? Thank you for reminding me to block your number, Owen. I'll get right to it. I don't buy it, Wanda. You wouldn't have needed a reminder to block my number. And I won't need another reminder since this is the last time we'll speak on the phone. In fact, this is our last conversation. Before you go, did Udell tell you that he paid me a visit the other day? I think we both know that the program won't start right away. Of course, I'll get the ball running right away. But like we agreed, we have to see how the public will receive your story first. Did you draw up a contract for me? I had it on the table right before you came in. It's insane to think about how a piece of paper can completely change someone else's life. If you're having second thoughts, Quinlan, then you don't have to sign anything. Let me ask you this. How does the network plan to respond if I don't receive a positive response from sharing my story? I doubt that juvenile delinquent has any chance of going free. Not after all of the evidence that's stacked against him.
That's the issue, Mr. Russo. Keeve is still a juvenile. A judge might go easy on him because of that.
Mark my words, Vivian. If that boy goes free, then he will continue to wreak more havoc. I fear that it will be worse than anyone can imagine. Commissioner Burke's son is a sick human being. He has to be after threatening my grandson with a knife and sending Maximilian those gruesome photos of Elvira's bloody body. I never wanted Maximilian or Alan to ever have to have that image in their heads, especially since it's the same image which messed up Benedict.
I'm positive that my mom will do everything in her power to throw Keeve behind bars. It's just insane that Commissioner Burke would try and allow Keeve to be a part of society since it's clear that Keeve is a danger to other people. I've never been so scared of anyone in my entire life. Keeve isn't above the law because of who his father is, Vanessa. There's enough proof showing that Keeve has got serious issues. The law takes Keeve's actions very seriously. Are you sure about that? My mom is DA, and on top of that, she's a Russo. A judge who values their career in this town would never dare let someone like Keeve go free. At the moment, Keeve is free. What if he doesn't care about the law, Max? What if he still plans to come after us both? Udell never mentioned it, told me the usual, to stay away from you. And that's exactly what I'll do, Wanda. But I don't think you actually want me to keep my distance. Not after what we shared. We shared nothing, Owen. That kiss meant nothing. Except we both know it wasn't just one kiss. One kiss should have been enough. What happened between us doesn't compare to the love I have for my husband. Goodbye, Owen. For good this time. I'm sure that the public won't come at you with pitchforks and torches. There's still a good chance that they might. Or maybe they'll listen to a likable person who regrets her actions. Again, you don't have to share your story. This is my attempt at regaining your trust, Quinlan. Alright, I'll sign the contract. Ben was pretty much a baby when he found Elvira. Max and Alan weren't in the room when Elvira was found, and they're much older than Ben was. So seeing Elvira's photos might not traumatize them like you think.
I was much older when I found Ben watching over Elvira's body, just begging for her to wake up. That's one image that will haunt me for as long as I live. I know that Clarice, Gianni, Heidi, and Isidore will say the same.
Do you and Clarice talk about that night often?
We talk about Elvira's life often. As for her death, we avoid talking about the night we lost our only daughter.
When Keeve had the chance to slice me open with his knife, he didn't take it. He's nothing but a coward, Vanessa. You didn't see how delusional he was. When he confessed to being my stalker, he told me that all of the crazy things he did was out of love. I can't even begin to imagine what other plans might be going through that sick brain of his. Don't let fear take control, Vanessa. If there's one thing being a born-again Christian has taught me, it's that God is bigger than the attacks that come against us. God's gonna get us through this. But I also have to admit that I brought this upon myself. What are you talking about? I let Keeve into my life after Ulissa warned me against him. As for you, Max, I just pushed you away. Looking back, I can't say that I blame you. I realize how annoying I was. I shouldn't have approached you the way I did when I met you last year. Whatever you said that hurt my feelings isn't something that I'll ever hold against you. In fact, I promise to stand beside you.
D.A. Russo, what's this about?
I have some unfortunate news about Vanessa's case against Keeve.
What unfortunate news?
Jeremiah, I promise to get back to you as soon as I can. Something just came up and I promise to handle it quickly so that I can update you. What are you doing here, Miss Mitchell? I came here to admit to what I did. Max never forced himself on me, D.A. Russo. I admit that I lied about it.